Hello everyone and welcome to another new review, and this one going to be on Invincible volume number 1. And I know that there's a lot of people who are actually interested in this comic book and into this character, and they want to know more about him and they want to catch up with their trades, with the issues and everything. So basically I'm going to be reviewing the first volume, and I'm going to see what is your reaction to this review, guys. If you like it, hit the like button, let me know what do you think of this issue, or this volume, right down below. And should I keep on going reviewing them, because basically I'm gonna be reading them, but just tell me if you want me to keep on reviewing all the volumes of the book until the moment where it reaches. I think so, like there's 10 plus volumes of Invincible. But basically let's start this review, and in the end I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the whole volume. Basically this volume starts up with chapter number 1. We see our superhero, who's called Mark, or he goes by the name Invincible. He's kind of saving or taking away this guy who has planted a bomb into his body, and basically he just threw him away into Antarctica before he blew away. Later on we see our hero, or our main character, Mark. He's waking up just like a regular kid who has a high school to attend, and basically we see that his father is away from home. And basically we know that his father is a superhero, and his mother knows about it, and his son knows about it. And basically we know that there are these weird things, dragons are coming in Taiwan. They are just terrorizing the city, and basically his father does all the good job, or the superheroic job. And later on we see that Mark started to get his powers as well. He started to sense that he's getting powerful, and later on we see his father appearing just like that. So fast he appeared, and he was like, I'm sorry I didn't make it out the last night and all that stuff. And later on we see that his son started to practice being a hero, and to show his true powers. And he actually stopped a robbery from going on and not happening, it's actually happened, but he just stopped them before they ran away. And later on we see that he's getting this costume, but he was like not sure about it. He wanted something more more like much better, something iconic. So the friend of his father was like, come up with a name, and then I could design a costume that is iconic based on your name. So basically he got into trouble in school, and he hated this guy who was picking up on a little kid, not a little kid, but a kid who couldn't stand up for himself. So he just went back at him, and he got reported to the principal. And basically the principal was, in the end of his speech, was like, you're not invincible. And that's where the idea hit him, and he was like, what, I'm gonna name myself Invincible. And in the end of chapter 1 we saw that these robbers were actually running after they robbed a bank, I think so. And in the end we see that he appeared, Mark, or Invincible, and he was like, you guys are looking for this. And he basically stopped the robbers from robbing the bank and just running away with it. In chapter 2 we see that we know the origins of Mark's father, and where did he come from. And basically came from a different planet, and this planet was called Vitrum. Yeah, hopefully I pronounced the name right. And basically we see that these people of Vitrum are actually possessing these great powers, flying, speed, super strength, and more. And basically we know that his planet was actually planning on this thing that where they go to different planets and they kind of update the planet or the country, to make it bigger, to make it better. But later on, when they found out about Earth, they were like, no, Earth is not developed as much as we need to interfere with their development or such thing. So he kept faith in it, and he was like, what, I'm just gonna go to Earth, and I'm just gonna help them get more developed and get better, and just change the way Earth is living, or their people living. So basically he was telling this whole big story to his son Mark, and he was telling him that one day you're gonna be as tough as me, as fast as me, and you can't fly when you grow older. So later on we see him, he's waking up, he can't sleep, so he just flied away. And he came across this guy who's called Muller. He was kind of taking this box with him, which was kind of filled with new processors that could actually help his twin brother, to get these robots working. So basically, we see that Invincible had some help stopping Muller before getting this package to his brother. And basically, these people are called the teenagers, or the super teen something. I'm not sure what's their name, but I know the group member names, each one of them. We got Robot, we got Atom Eve, we got Rex, we got Duplicate, and that's it pretty much. Yeah, that's all for the team. But later on we see that Invincible started to hang out with them to investigate more about the stuff that happened later on in the night, earlier, and they went to track down Muller and to see what was he planning to do. And as I said earlier on, basically his brother is in need for these processors to get these robots working for some reason. I don't know why, but they didn't reveal it in this volume. But later on we see that Robot Invincible kind of took care of this problem of the Muller's twins, and in the end of chapter 2 we saw that there's this kid who woke up and find a bomb placed on his body, and basically the moment it reached to 0, it just blew away. Later on in chapter 2 we see that the principal of the school that Mark is attending is announcing that there are 3 people went missing and there are students. And basically we see that he's informing them to inform him if there's any kind of strange activities that are happening around them. Later on we see Mark is quitting his job that he had earlier on at the barber shop. He couldn't take it anymore, and we see that he went with his father on a heroic mission. They were just looking around if there is anything going on Earth, and basically his father saw that there are these disasters that are happening, and he just went so fast and so quickly. He saved them, and he just came back. This showed how fast he could be and how good is he, by using his powers. And later on we see that his father and Mark actually encountered these aliens, and they started this big fight between them until we see that his father spotted another kid who got a bomb planted on his body. So it was like, who did this to you and did what? And the moment he just reached to 0, to the count 0, his father just threw him away and he just blew up in the sky. So later on we see that Mark's father got kind of sucked into this portal by these aliens, and later on we see that Invincible started to ask Robot, the guy from the superhero team, the teen superhero team anyway, he started to ask him about what are these bombs, and why are they targeting just teenagers and other stuff. And he asked him to investigate on it and just see who's behind it, if he could get any information on it. And later on we see that Robot actually reached to a conclusion and reached to this whole thing where he was like, one of your professors or teachers in the school is actually the one who has experience in creating bombs. And he was his called, I think so, the teacher's name was Hills, and basically Invincible and his friend Eve kind of took care of it, and they went after him. And basically we see why he was doing all this, why he was bombing these people up, and basically he was like, my son committed a suicide because of these kind of teenagers, the ones who bully, the ones who don't care about others' feeling and all that stuff. So basically in the end we see that he planted a bomb on his body, the teacher. So Invincible didn't know what to do but to take him and just fly away to Antarctica, and just he threw him there and he just blew up. So basically in the end we see that his father made it back home from a different dimension, and that was it pretty much for volume number 1. Thank you all guys for watching this review on Invincible volume number 1, and I really love this volume. It's just a great volume, a great introduction, and basically this whole character was created by Robert Kirkman and Cory Walker, and I gotta tell them. You know, they just did a great job. They created a new superhero, but there's nothing really unique about his powers. That's my problem with him. You know, there's not much of uniqueness in his powers, but the fact that his mother and his father know about him being a superhero and about their father coming from a different planet and him being a superhero, I think it's a whole great new storyline. And you know, I just enjoyed it. It had a great art in the book. You know, it wasn't bad at all. The writing was good. I didn't really get bored of it. I just finished this whole volume in one day. I usually take a break, you know, just stop at a point and just, you know, leave the book later on. But this book just kept me on reading and reading, and you know, I just bought volume number 2 and I just want to read it and just review it for you guys. But you gotta let me know first if you enjoyed this review. Let me know in the comments right down below, like it, and I'm gonna do my review on volume 2 as soon as I read volume 2. And that's it pretty much, guys. Thank you all guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and see you guys around. Take care.